What's going on, guys? My name is Chris, and welcome to Hot Take Hockey weekly power rankings. Just before I get into this, guys, please hit the subscribe button if you're not subscribed already. It helps us out a lot. And if you are subscribed, make sure to leave a like. It takes 2 seconds, and it does support us a lot. We appreciate all your support, guys. And yeah, we're on the road to some great things. We cover all 31 NHL teams, and soon to be 32. Hopefully, by that time, we'll be a much bigger channel. But again, thanks for your support. And yeah, so the weekly power rankings, actually, just quickly before we get into it, just want to say Rick Nash, there may or may not be a video out on the channel for this yet, but Rick Nash did announce he's going to retire. And congratulations to him. Incredible career. Loved watching him when I was smaller. Obviously, he was in his prime with the Blue Jackets. Incredible player, huge physical presence, had speed, incredible hands. I remember, it was years ago. Maybe I think it was over a decade ago now. That goal he scored against Arizona, or not Arizona. It was Phoenix back then. But nonetheless, an incredible goal, an incredible player, and unfortunately, hockey doesn't do sentimental, so he never won the cup. But still an incredible career, and yeah, congratulations to Rick Nash. But anyways, onto the actual video, the weekly power rankings, which was going well for a lot of teams up until last night, Thursday night. It is Friday now, and so yeah, that's when I do power rankings. So unfortunately, some teams have fallen a little bit, and this list would have been a lot different had I done it a day earlier, but that's not how we do it. And so, as I said, honorable mentions. We have two, the Boston Bruins and the Carolina Hurricanes, and this is exactly what I meant. Both teams had a 5-game winning streak going into Thursday night, and fortunately for both of them, they lost it. The Boston Bruins losing to the Washington Capitals for the 14th straight time. Yes, it has been, I think, half a decade since the Bruins beat the Washington Capitals. That is it's a bizarre one. It is a bizarre one. I can't even wrap my head around it myself. It's just something I don't know. The Bruins could be playing the best hockey in the NHL. They could be on a 10-15 game winning streak, and then they could play the Capitals, and I could almost going into the game, I'll just be like, well, they're gonna lose. This is where the streak ends. It's the most bizarre thing. It is the longest active losing streak to any team in the NHL right now. 14 games in a row. Crazy. But yeah, the Bruins had won 5 in a row going into that game, so they can get an honorable mention. They're finally picking up some steam, trying to hunt down the Leafs for that second spot in the Atlantic. And as for the Hurricanes, another team who has an interesting stat behind their streak. Maybe a little worse than the Bruins. Actually, it is worse than the Bruins. Sorry if you're a Hurricanes fan. But the Carolina Hurricanes haven't won 6 in a row since 2010. I believe Rob Brendamore was still the captain back then, and we're running out of time here, Hurricanes fans. It might hit a decade before you win 6 straight. Let's hope not, for the sake of Carolina and their fans, but I mean, you know what? That being said, I really hope the Carolina Hurricanes make a playoff push. I think they could, but I don't know. They seem to always leave it too little too late. Anyways, those are the honorable mentions. Getting into the actual top 5 now. Number 5, we have the Vegas Golden Knights, who suffered a similar feat as the Bruins and the Hurricanes did. They were riding a 7-game win streak, and had they won last night, they would have taken top spot on this list. But unfortunately, that's not how it works. This is power rankings, and the Vegas Golden Knights will take number 5 because they've lost 1. But obviously winning 7 was very good. Again, I think this is the second time in a row they've been on this list. I believe last week they were number 2 or number 3, but they are chasing down the Calgary Flames for top spot in the Pacific. I think they're 2 points behind them with 1 more game played. So definitely possible for them to win that division, and I think they'll make the playoffs pretty comfortably. Number 4 is the Tampa Bay Lightning. The Tampa Bay Lightning, they're on this list every week. It's funny, but I think they've scored 182 or 83 goals. They've scored the most. They have the most goals for. I was gonna say least goals against, But that's not actually true. The Boston Bruins and the New York Islanders share that, and yeah, yeah, that's right. But Tampa Bay, incredible power play. Um, there's so many players on that team that would just slot in immediately to the top line of any NHL team, top D pairing of any NHL team, and with the goalies, like even Louis Domingue is probably better than a few stars in the NHL. That's how they don't even need Andrei Vasilevsky. They were winning games with Louis Domingue. They're hungry. They're a hungry team. They were frustrated after last year's defeat to the Washington Capitals in the playoffs, the conference finals, and they want to win that cup. So, hats off to the Tampa Bay Lightning. They're doing everything right so far, and they look good. And number 3, it is the team I just mentioned, the Washington Capitals, who've won 3 in a row. Obviously, they beat the Boston Bruins last night for the 14th straight time. Alex Ovechkin has 32 goals. Does he age? Like he's an ageless wonder, man. Incredible. One of the best goal scorers of all time, no doubt about it. Man. The Capitals, I believe they're 4 points ahead of the Penguins, who are chasing them down. The Penguins have turned around their season, and they are chasing down the Capitals, but the Capitals look good to win that division again. They look good for another playoff push. The only thing I want to see is what happens with Andrei Burakovsky. He's been in a lot of trade rumors lately, and yeah, we'll see what happens with him. But coming in at number 3, no, that was number 3. Coming in at number 2, we have the Calgary Flames, who have also won 3 in a row, who sit top of the Pacific Division by just a point, but they have a game in hand, and I believe 2 games in hand on the second and third place teams. So they're doing well. Sean Monahan, Johnny Gaudreau, 2 incredible young players. Those are going to be 2 players who are huge for them, both now and in the future, no question about it. And even some of the older guys like Mark Giordano, on pace for the Norris right now, or he could. He's definitely a top 3 candidate right now. Could definitely earn himself that Norris Trophy though. And Elias Lindholm, just quickly. I think he has 40. I think he has 41. He has at least 41. No, he has at least 40 points. I think he's on 41 right now. But he looks like a really good pickup. There's a few questions over that trade. I know there's a lot of debate whether the Calgary Flames or the Carolina Hurricanes won that trade, but I think the Flames came out of that trade really well. Obviously, Elias Lindholm's producing, and the Flames, they look good for the playoffs. They're turning it up at the right time of the season, and just behind them in the standings is the team who's just above them on this list, the San Jose Sharks, number 1 team for power rankings this week. The San Jose Sharks have won 5 in a row. They ended that 7-game winning streak for the Las Vegas Golden Knights. Brent Burns and Erik Karlsson, top 3 in scoring on that team, and they're both defensemen. Crazy. I believe Brent Burns has 50 points. He's an assist machine. He can do it all. It's funny because obviously I'm a soccer guy, right? But if there was a position in hockey for midfielders, I think that Brent Burns is that guy. He can do it. He can do it both. He can carry a team offensively and defensively. He's that good. Incredible. Beautiful beard. Questionable hair. I don't think he really cares though. Brent Burns is just doing what he does best. And Erik Karlsson, again, there's a lot of questions over. There's a lot of questions in general over the San Jose Sharks at the beginning of the season, but it looks like they've picked it up. And what can I say? When you have Brent Burns and Erik Karlsson in your defense, doesn't matter who they're playing with, they're gonna produce, and they have been. Martin Jones, last 2 starts have been good, but his numbers aren't actually that great. But again, the team in front of him is producing, and that's really all that matters. They're chasing down the Calgary Flames, of course, for that top spot in the Pacific Division. Whether they get it or not, only time will tell. But this is the first time the San Jose Sharks appear on this list, and they take the number 1 spot. So congratulations, Sharks fans. I know we have a couple on this channel subscribed, And that's going to wrap it up for the video today, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed. My name is Chris. You're watching Hot Take Hockey. Again, like the video if you enjoyed it. Comment your thoughts down below. And subscribe if you're new. We'll see you guys soon. Peace.